Hi, this is Mr. Impala. This is my first video that I've created specifically for YouTube. I downloaded a couple others, or uploaded, I guess, a couple others from my past, I guess you could say. Take a look at them if you'd like. If not, that's fine too, because I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing it for the hell of it. So anyway, this is my 1962 Chevrolet Biscayne. And that vehicle back in the corner back there is my 96 Impala Super Sport. That's not running. This is actually my daily driver. When I bought it, I want to say 2016, around the 4th of July. It might have been 2017, I'm not positive. It came with a straight 6, 235 cubic inch engine and a 3-speed on the column. And I drove it 4 hours home like that. It didn't stay like that very long. So the things that I have done specifically for me, not for keeping the value or anything, because I didn't care. It's a Biscayne, and it's not like it's an Impala SS, and even then, you know, it's a car, I'm driving it, I want it the way I want it. Anyway, and I know the light's really bad. Again, I'm not getting paid for this, I don't care. But, so what I've done to it so far, obviously I have not done bodywork. Well, the first and most obvious thing is I changed the wheels. I put 15-inch by 7-inch rally wheels, and I have 2 sets. One for snow tires, which these are, and one for, I'll say summer tires, but they're all season type tires. No hot rod type stuff here. And I think they look better, but you know, whatever. I had them around, and I've always liked the look of rally wheels. So the other really important thing that I've done is I've taken the straight 6 235 and the 3-speed manual transmission, which was pretty cool, shifting it on the column and all. But I had a 350 that was bored over 30 thousandths, so basically a 355, and I put that in along with a 4-speed automatic transmission, still on the column. On that said 350, I had a carburetor originally, obviously, and I've changed that in the last couple of years. I think it's been 2 years, maybe 3 years. And I put a Holley Sniper system on it. Let's see. So I've also put 4-wheel disc brakes, which with these wheels you can't really see that well. Let's see. Nah, you're not going to be able to see in there, I don't think. Anyway, they're 4-wheel disc brakes, front and rear. The rear ones I've never gotten real well, set up real well. So I'm going to end up putting some different calipers on that, but it stops good enough for now. I drove it all winter. See, what else have I done? Well, I put in a tilt steering column from I Did It, I believe. So I was having issues with turn signals and stuff, and I know you can attach the or adjust the, there's like a string or something in the column. I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm replacing the whole thing. So I did that. I've taken the interior out, and I've put noise canceling stuff or whatever. It's some butyl stuff. I think it's called Kills Mat, something like that. Kill Mat, I don't know. It's like Boom Mat, but it's the cheaper version of it, because I'm all about that. I've also, due to the fuel injection, I've had to replace the fuel tank. It was probably the original, so it was probably due. Running a carburetor probably would have been fine. Running the fuel injection, it's a little bit more finicky, and so I just decided to do that. Let's see what else. I've put every LED light imaginable on here. So all these lights are LEDs. The headlights are LEDs. Inside lights are not LEDs, but not a big deal because they're not the kind that comes on when you open the door anyway. I have to manually turn them on, which is how it was set up from the factory. I'm sure I've missed stuff. I just don't know what the stuff is at the moment. I've also got a dash cam in there, but that doesn't really matter because that comes out and goes into whatever car I'm driving. So what I'm going to do today, hopefully, we'll see how this works because I'm just using a phone. I'm going to put a spacer underneath the Sniper carburetor part of it. It's a phenolic spacer, so it reduces the heat that the fuel injection takes. It would work for a carburetor too, but the Sniper unit has the computer right on the carburetor part, the throttle body, and it can get warm. So I'm doing that along with the for the transmission TV cable. I'm replacing that because I just kind of got a Mickey Mouse setup that I got to work, and I'm just going to try and do it right this time. So let's get to it. I'm going to pause this and be right back. Alrighty, so that's the 350 with the fuel injection underneath there, and the dual master cylinder for disc brakes front and rear. I forget, it's a pretty high amp alternator, maybe 150, I don't know. Electric fan, Champion aluminum radiator. Obviously I'm not getting paid by any of these companies. Optimal battery, which I think that's probably a waste of money, but anyway. Just exhaust manifold, no headers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get to work. So I've already loosened the bolts up just to make it easier since I'm one-handed. So we'll just remove all of these. This is not an instructional video, I'm just showing you what I'm doing, that's all. Anybody that's watching this probably already knows what they're doing, so I'm just putzing around. And I'll put everything right in my way so that I can knock it off and lose it. Guess it would help if I showed what the hell I'm doing. So future plans are to get rid of the HEI, the ignition distributor system that was put on GM's probably 74, 75, 1974, 1975, somewhere around there. And it's it's better, more dependable, I guess, than the old points type system, depending on who you ask. I'm going to actually replace that and put in a ignition system that works with the Sniper fuel injection system, so the computer can control all the timing and everything, and whether that's good or bad, again, it's completely up to you. A lot of people have already said when I go to parts stores, oh, you've ruined the car. Well, you know what, it's my car. They said you should have kept the 6-cylinder in it. Well, yes and no. I'm not getting much worse gas mileage than I would have gotten in that. Maybe eventually it'll get up to where that probably was. I'm at about 15 miles a gallon at this point. I don't know that that 6-cylinder was much better. Again, I didn't take and measure or calculate because I didn't care. It was a fun car to drive with that, but I just didn't want a manual transmission. And I'm fighting a washer. Now, I'm hoping that I can just lift this up and slide that spacer under here. I don't know if that's going to work. You and I will find out at the same time. And my understanding also is that, where is it? That I don't need to use a gasket because the spacer is almost kind of made out of gasket material. So I won't have to put another gasket under it, just the spacer. It's only a 1/4-inch spacer, so it's not like it's going to do anything as far as horsepower goes or anything like that. I ain't looking for horsepower, let's put it that way. Looking for dependability and yeah, pretty much just dependability. Make your car dependable, and I think that's more than anything. At least at this point in my life, I don't need to be the fastest car. Okay, let's see if that'll lift right off. It will. All right, cool. So now, I'm not sure. Let's see if I can set this down. Sorry about that. Oops. Well, this isn't working out well. I'll have to edit this out. All right, let's see if that works. So here's the spacer, 4-hole spacer. So I should be able to lift this up and put this underneath. Well, that was too easy. And snug these up. Finger tight for now. So on the other side, I'm going to put in the other piece that I think I was talking about to hold in the TV cable. So I'm not going to put those pieces in on that side yet. I don't want to take this off, but I might have to. Or it might just pop out here. It did. Okay. So here's my concoction that I made before. Just holds the TV cable in right there, in this little hole right here, and attached by the rear tie down back here, the rear nut stud right here. This is getting replaced with where it attaches to both studs on this side, and then the TV cable will plug in right here. So this is what it looks like. and it should just, without any hopefully modifications, it should just attach right in. And not. So I'm going to have to make a modification to this, which they did say in the instructions, or not instructions, but other YouTube videos that I watched. Said may have to make adjustment on it, and yep, I do. So I'm going to go and do that real quick, hopefully, and I'll be back. Alright, so I got it all ground down so that it fits. Try to make it so you can see. I just kind of cut that. Oh, there we go. Just kind of cut that. Ground it down with the grinding wheel. Nothing fancy. I will paint it so that it doesn't rust. But it fits, and I can show you that real quick here. However, I found another issue that I thought I didn't have. Once I get it on both studs, if I can get it on both studs with one hand. So it'll sit like that, and the piece in the back that's jiggling around will hold the TV cable. However, if you look at that stud, you see there's not many threads showing. I have to get a longer stud. So I get to do that. So I guess for now, next time I see you, I'll have longer studs. Ciao. Alright, so it's the next day, and I'm just putting in the longer studs. I put in the other 3, which I hope that's showing. And I'm just going to put the last one in, even though you know what to do. So I've always just kind of put these in finger tight, if you will. Being that they're a stud, that's not doing the clamping force, it's the actual, it's the actual nut that's clamping it down. I don't think I'm getting that down far enough. So I'll do a double nut on it and see if it'll go down any further. I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed. So, bear with me for a second here. Alright, so I got them all installed. The other 2 nuts on the other side are loosely installed. And now I'm going to put the throttle and TV cable bracket on. It's been customized. It was straight across the same thickness as, I don't think it's focusing. Focus. If you see the thickness there and you see the thickness towards the end, I had to modify it to fit around this cable. Sorry, not this cable, this bracket, this bar. It just stuck out too far and hit it. If I didn't have this extension on, it may not have hit. I don't know for sure, but I need that extension on for a smoother throttle application. Alright, let's install it. Well, I guess I'm just going to install it. You'll watch. Maybe. Huh. Well, I did install it last night, I thought. Let's see here. It may or may not hit. I might have to make a little bit further adjustment on it, but anyway, let me put the nut on it and see when it snugs up how it sits. Maybe a further adjustment made, not adjustment. Huh, I guess you could call it an adjustment. Let's see, does it hit? It does not hit, so we're good. So I'll snug up these 4 nuts, and then I'll attach the TV cable, make it relatively snug. Jeez, not recording anything. And then I'll start it up just because I'm not going to take it for a ride or anything, due to the fact that the TV cable might not be adjusted absolutely properly. So let me snug that sucker up. And I kind of snug them cross pattern, kind of. It's aluminum, so you really don't want to mess that up. The intake, and I believe the throttle body is aluminum also. I might be wrong there, but I'm not taking any chances. Let's see if I can get this one. This one is a pain. Let me see. You might be able to see better than I can. You know, for a big car, it really doesn't feel like a big car when you're doing this kind of stuff. I'm not sure if I'm even focused on the right thing. Yeah, it looks like it. Mind if I talk to myself? That might be all I can get for right now. But it'll be good enough to start. Alright, this is snugged up. No ugga-duggas, but it's tight. So this doesn't have a throttle cable, which I don't know if you noticed when I first did this. It has a throttle shaft, and I may have to make an adjustment with this and put it on the outside. I do believe. That's for another day. But I do have to get this set correctly, or else I'll burn the transmission up, and I don't want to spend that much money again. Transmission's the only thing that I have had to pay for on this. Everything else has been, as far as service-wise. Oh, it's got to go on the bottom. Everything else has been done by me. I've installed the transmission. I'm not focused on anything. I installed the transmission, but everything else, engine rebuild, the brakes, I don't know, everything. The inside, it's all been done by me. But I'm going to have to pause you for a second, and I'm just going to flip that thing on the bottom side so that it lines up correctly. Well, I forgot to turn the camera back on, but I was going to kind of show some of the stuff that I was doing. So anyway, I put the throttle cable right here on the bottom instead of I had it originally attached to the top. And I haven't tightened these up yet, but at this point it doesn't matter. And I had to turn this, this connects to the gas pedal, and where it attaches in the back, looks like that's in the way, right here. I actually just had to, it was on this side, I put it on this side, and I maneuvered, that's not correct. Anyway, I bent this bracket so that it's more over this way versus that way. Hope that makes sense, and I hope I didn't break it. Anyway, time for a start. Perfect. More pressure, good. Fuel, good enough. So I say that this is a success. And I thank you for watching. And if you subscribe, I guess you'll get these coming to you, or there's another button on there too where it lets you get notifications from this. If I put out anything else, you'll get it. Otherwise, you won't. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See ya.